Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Alright, so as you guys see, that is my first meet back, making weight, showing up, and putting up a total that now I can improve on. So it feels great to do those things because it just gets so hard to deal with the hypothetical for months and months and then a few years. And it's always cool once you're getting ready for your last deadlift that you get a fist bump from the first powerlifter in history to squat 1,000 pounds. Ray Williams was there encouraging me. So that part was awesome, and meeting so many people there at the meet who actually watched the channel, you'd know who I am, who talked about how I got them in the sport and all that. That was a blast, and it's always great to see that in person and get that reinforcement. And I also want to mention about how the award given, this was for best lifter in lightweight, so they did lightweight and heavyweight. They gave a full belt, so your boys belted up, and you can actually unbuckle this, put it around, hold on. There we go, WWE style. So this is pretty cool. This is honestly the coolest prize I've ever gotten in powerlifting, because all the way from local meets to nationals to worlds used to just be plastic trophies. I'm pretty sure it's still just that, just a plastic medal, not even a full trophy. Now for the squat, that is the lift where I'm the most proud of and where I actually don't think I did anything wrong really at all. If anything, the only thing is I could have squatted a little bit higher for sure, but that's a problem that I've always had. But it was a 7.5 pound improvement from the last training cycle, and that last training cycle was a 14 pound improvement, and these are 4 to 5 week cycles. So that rate of improvement's exactly what I want. And I actually think I would have had more, because the thing is with this meet, especially with my flight specifically, it was actually running so slow that I checked on the timestamps on my camera, and I realized it was 26 full minutes in between the first and second attempt. Counting the last warm-up before the opener, I hit 4 singles in an hour 10 plus minutes. So for someone like myself, that's going to be a point where I'm going to see if this continues to happen. This is a part of the game, so I'm not complaining at all on that. But it's just something where if that continues to happen, then I'm definitely going to have to actually adjust my training. This is why it's so important to just get back on the horse, realize these situations before I have bigger goals, and then it becomes a real problem. So I was glad that I was able to get through that healthy, especially since those longer breaks for my back can definitely make it feel a little bit less warmed up. That part was actually one of the most worrying things, and I got through it 100% healthy, felt great, no issues. Lastly, for the deadlift, this was one where I was really, really frustrated with myself. And honestly, this is one where it's made it hard for me to edit the video because I was just so frustrated with how much of a missed opportunity it was. The opener with 633 felt amazing. That was easily the best 630s ever felt in my life. Easily. It was on a Lico bar, everything. Now, going into the second one, actually, the bar speed was pretty good for my standards. I could grind super well in sumo. But I did feel that I was using my back a little bit in a good way, not in terms of pain or anything. So initially I called for 683. That's what myself and Michael Jin, who handled me, who's actually, by the way, a former national champion for collegiate powerlifting. So he's been a big help, shout out to him. And he's actually running a meet that I'm going to do now. But anyways, about the deadlift, so I had 683 in initially, and I honestly wish I just kept it there. Now obviously hindsight's 2020, but I knew deep down when he asked me how it went, I said I wasn't sure how it felt. So it was just kind of in the middle, and I should have made the wise decision there. It was a rookie mistake to go for 694.5, and on top of that, when I was going to grab the bar, I really dug it in deeper in my hand with the concern that I was gonna lose the grip on my overhand. And I was really overthinking that a bit. Now, the reason why I was overthinking that bit was because in a previous cycle actually to this, when in Ohio, I did miss a triple at the top due to grip with the bar a little bit lower in my hand. So ever since then I switched back to it deeper in my hand. And that was fine. It's been fine this whole time. But then warming up at this meet, actually my last warm up, I missed on grip off the floor initially, like your worst fear possible. But then it was just because there was baby powder from the lifter before me who pulled sumo. So it's one of those situations where I actually really like that pressure going into the opener to make it a point to be mentally tough, to have it not be an issue at all. And like I said, I smoked the opener. I feel great about that, and I feel great about my training because that shows, you know, I prepped for this meet properly in terms of what I've done in the gym. But I will be honest in saying that I think I just had a mental L there at the end. We're both picking for too heavy of a weight, and also going into that, I really feel like I kind of gave up on the lift. I do, honestly. The bar was still going, and I didn't pull until either the bar clearly went down or until my hands actually ripped up. The last time I've done this was, I think it was in 2013. I did this with around 565 pounds. And I remember feeling as if it was a clear miss, but then looking back on video and thinking, I don't think I gave it my honest best shot. With that being said, my next meet is just 5.5 weeks away from now. It's exactly 7 weeks from this meet I just showed you. So that is enough time to get stronger, in my opinion, and of course to just clean up some things. Because if I hit, let's say, 1,500 like I did just now, then go into a long off season, and then go into 2019 with a plan of 1,600 or something really ambitious, you know, there's just not enough evidence in between time to prove that my rate of progress justifies that. Whereas if I could increase the total by 25 pounds in 7 weeks, you know, then you extrapolate that to 4 months, and now you might be able to actually hit something real. So that's the plan, and then 1,600 will be a big 2019 goal, but of course, we'll just have to see. I don't want to project that far. All I could say is it's just great to be back in the sport, and thank you guys for following the long journey to get back, and now we can actually talk some numbers and have some fun with it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.
Just talk the future in Dubai. We not there yet, but I